today.
Yeah, Pink's in stream. That's exciting. Hey,
Nice.
Brendan.
Hey.
He's in chat.
Oh, copy day.
The suspense is killing me! Hey! There it is!
Welcome.
We're gonna get there.
We're not playing Among Us. We're not playing Among Us. That's not what we're doing. Yes! Let the tradition continue.
Sure. We
Please
like
clip
clips. We
tonight.
love clips. Please clip tonight. Please clip all of the creepy moments. Clip us freaking out. We love clips. Clips help us get some discovery. We also use the clips to make, or we will once I get that rolling, to make TikToks and maybe
Hey,
YouTube shorts in the future. So
They're ready.
they're there.
It just-
I have
They're there.
them.
It just got to get them
They're
out
just,
there.
I need to get them out
Get
there.
them out there.
No, you're
I've
muted.
got like a couple of weeks worth. So,
Are you muted on OBS?
I am now.
There it is.
Aha!
Yay.
It's not just me! It's not just me!
All right. Well, sorry about that.
So clip.
Yeah.
I'll stream
all I
it.
got.
Oh, clips. Clips are awesome.
Clips.
Clips are
And
great.
follow us on TikTok, Reality Break 20.
Yes,
Socials.
they'll be coming out soon. And make sure you do it on the YouTube too, because once we get the TikToks rocking and rolling, we're going to be posting YouTube videos out there. I've already got a few. We've got a few ideas cooking already. And just glad you're all here. We're just glad you're all here. We're glad we're all here.
We'll be working on destroying everyone as it is.
As Devin is calling in live from the third circle of hell.
Hey, I'm a pumpkin. I don't know
Wait,
why my
the
camera is
colors
orange.
light too.
We'll just say that. I don't know. I turned my camera on and I
Still,
was
the
orange,
music is
so
too loud.
Yep, I'm working on
It's spooky.
Yeah.
There
Okay,
we
we're
go.
just
That was
going
the
with that.
problem.
Yeah, that's what
How's-
it is. You are. That's,
Maybe
that's
you're-
it. That's what you're cosplaying tonight. You're cosplaying as a pumpkin.
I have a
Elf
ghost.
wants him to destroy us all.
it. All right. How's that?
Or
Sound good now?
maybe your camera's haunted.
Ooh.
I hope not, because I have to stream tomorrow.
That would be not good. Not good at all.
No.
All right. So, let me try
Also,
this
party,
again.
don't die. We'll try not to.
Welcome to Reality Break.
That's my other DM.
Let's take a break from reality. I'm glad to have everyone here. It's good to have you here.
Our
We're going to
amazing
be
DM.
doing our Halloween stream tonight of the Alchemist stream. So it's a pleasure to have you on board. And it's not for the faint of heart, so if you can't handle it, by all means, please get yourself to a safe place.
I've got room under my
Okay,
desk here, so I'm good.
She's like, bye. All right, so, yeah. Is there anything else we need to touch base on before we get started?
Go over our characters. And you go over the basic.
Well, do we want to do that now,
information.
or do we want to do like a slow intro?
Ooh, a slow intro.
Ooh, a slow
Yeah.
trope.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah, because actually, yeah, this will be interesting. So, I'd like to introduce you to the Alchemist stream. For those who are unfamiliar, this is a tale told to all children of all ages, from all races, from all places.
Is Dr. Seuss Alchemist?
Dr. Seuss? Is it told in a boat? Is it toad in a boat?
As you go to sleep, and you don't make a peep. No. It is told that in the middle of the night, as the children have gone to bed, and have fallen restfully to sleep, that they will not awaken come morning, and are actually, the parents will find them dead in the middle of the night. And if anything should happen to them in the dream, the Alchemist dream, whatever fate they've suffered, their screams will be heard by all within the household. There are some told that have escaped the Alchemist dream. They took a way out and were able to tell the tale to others. But no one knows if it's true or not. I guess we'll have to find out.
Spoopy.
So with that, everyone, you
Roll initiative.
That's what I was waiting for. I was like, roll initiative. Ah!
That's what I was waiting for too.
Actually, you all just happen to wake up in a very, very dark place. But as your vision starts to clear, you're starting to see some green lights glowing around you. You're starting to see one another around you, but whether you're familiar with each other or not, you're not familiar with where you are. This is not where you went to sleep. This is not where you belong. And who are these strange people around you? They are not who... You weren't falling asleep beside anybody. What is going on? What do you do?
Heck if I have clothes on.
You are wearing pants.
Oh, thank God. All right, we're good, guys.
Probably would just like stand up and look around.
So is this... I would like to do a history check to see if this is like anything I've read about, or based on anything that I have interviewed people about.
Okay. So as you're all standing up, what is it? Lancaster? Lancaster,
Yep.
Lancaster, you can do a history check.
All right.
Oh, I need my dice. Whoops.
I need my pen.
Yeah. There is one more thing I need, actually. Honey, what is your character's name?
Seth.
It's
Seth.
Daetheria.
Daetheria?
Mm-hmm.
Is it D-A-E?
Daethyra. Daetheria.
Okay.
My history check was a 16.
16. Okay. You are downright positive that this is the Alchemist dream. This is the thing that you've been reading up on. This is what you've been searching for. And as you're standing up, a little bit of excitement and maybe just a little twinge of fear that you were chosen for this is just starting to overcome you a little bit.
All right. So I'm kind of looking around, kind of taking in my environment and going, well, now, this is quite exactly what I've been looking for. Now the question is, who the hell are all you?
2 questions.
Two
Number
answers.
1, do we recognize each other, me and, I missed your name, I'm sorry.
Lancaster?
Lancaster. Do we recognize each other? We talked about we were from the same basic area, or same basic place.
I mean, but I would think crossing paths.
How old are you?
I spent a lot.
My bad.
Great question. Let's see. I put myself 600 years old.
Yeah, Tony, why don't you describe yourself?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Lancaster,
All right.
why don't
Yeah,
why don't
that's
you
kinda what I
describe
meant.
yourself
Yeah,
since you're the
I
first
should
to
have
act?
done that. My bad. Yes, I'm the first to act. Apologies. Professional streamer. So standing before you is a tallish, fairly almost pale skin, high elf, a long black trench coat, Looks to be wearing heavyish type armor underneath. His long black trench coat. He has a long brimmed black hat. You see piercing black eyes. Has a couple daggers stuck into a belt that's noticeable as like a like quick draw belts, and then a unique looking crossbow strapped to his back. Probably also is carrying a couple tomes, couple books with him. And he looks around and he looks at you and says, "You look familiar. I'm Brother Lancaster Melrin from Eberron. Are you? I believe you're from there as well, if memory serves me correct."
That's a little deviant.
Yeah, I gotta get lower. I'm sorry. I may just drop the
Um,
southern accent entirely and just be gravelly.
So she's the elf that stands before you is not as old as you are. I'm only like 300, but I'm not a baby or anything. I've and this is part of me. I'm a Mark of Shadows elf, so this is my mark. And I look around. My other question had been for Bill that had I yet heard of this in my search for answers for my thing?
Roll for history.
Okay, sorry, let me grab it. Okay, it's right here. Okay,
Uh-oh. Oh, good. It's
it's
back.
right here. I got it, I promise.
Well, no, it was your camera. It froze for a second.
Oh. Okay, so.
Deviant's distant cousin.
I may just drop the southern accent just because like I can't.
It's just,
I can't
oh
do
my
both.
God,
Or
one.
just fully embrace it, but gravelly.
Yeah.
I got a natural one.
Yeah. I gotta go smoke 20 packs of cigarettes. I'll be back.
So this
Well-
dice is going out the window.
Yeah.
Well, you're completely unsure of what happened, where you are. You're just so absolutely
Okay.
dumbfounded that you are not where you fell asleep. You're
Yeah.
no longer in the treehouse. You're suddenly in front of this big keep. Almost kind of looks like a cathedral. It's got some painted glass and so forth. There's a door slightly ajar and it looks kind of inviting, but you don't know where you are. Nothing looks familiar. Everything's dark, mysterious, and creepy.
Okay. So, slightly panicked, tall elf, very pale, with the gold and black marks on her face and chains, and chainmail armor and chains as a basic theme, with a very large sword, very sharp looking, very large sword, extremely sharp. um,
How sharp is
crossbow, severely sharp.
Okay, Shing
Severely.
Shing, calm down.
it? Yeah.
Phineas. His name is Phineas.
No. Shing Shing.
Goth elf.
Crossbow, shield, and just very much skeptical, not like cold or apathetic, but very, very suspicious of what's going on.
Fair.
Then
Yep.
yeah, I guess I've probably heard of you. I'm
Yeah.
just confused.
Well, it's completely understandable. If we are where I think we are, then we got ourselves into quite a situation here. So then I'll turn to Christie's character and go, I see we're in this situation together, so we should probably introduce ourselves. I myself am Brother Lancaster Melrin.
Oh, hello. My name is Mrs. Mary Shelley. And you see, just as she's gathering herself and standing up, a very petite, very pale, middle-aged, like mid to late 40s, middle-aged human woman wearing a dark dress with like kind of a low across the shoulders neckline, big puffy sleeves. She uses a cane to help herself kind of stand, and she doesn't have a lot of jewelry or anything, just a single gold ring on her left finger. And for some inexplicable reason that she's not even sure about, a crossbow at her side. I really have no idea where we are. Do you know what is going on? Because this is definitely not London or anywhere near it.
What's London?
Yeah, I've never heard of London either. But, well,
You've never heard of London? It's like
no.
one of
Aren't
the
you from
most...
Eberron?
Are you? Yes,
I
we're
don't
from
know what
Eberron,
Eberron
aren't you?
is.
Hmm. And
Are you an elf? You're an
I've
elf,
also
right?
Me? Oh, him?
No, I'm an elf. Yeah. And I'm like leafing through my book as like this conversation is going on, and I'm going, this may be. I remember reading about this. Let's get acquainted with each other, and then I'll explain where I believe we are. And then that's when I'll turn to Devin's character and go, and you are.
Smiley.
That moment when you say German or English and you just say, well,
Nice.
it's gonna be so hard. I don't know who you all are, but am I French?
Where are you going? Where are you going?
Wow.
Let's
English
go
it
together.
is.
English is officially French.
English it is. We're just gonna
Let's
have
go
a
together.
wonky day. It's fine.
Fine, it's fine.
Well, I am Victoria Frankenstein. Fuck me. Victoria Frankenstein. You said London, correct?
You said Frankenstein.
Correct. Yes, stimmt. I'll just speak German. How about that?
I'm gonna look at Lancaster and say in Elvish, are they not from here, from this world?
Frankenstein. I wrote a book about you. Are
No,
you
I'm
from?
quite sure you did not.
You're a writer.
I would have read
Pretty
it.
sure I did.
No.
And I will say,
I-
I'll say in Elvish, but I'll
What?
say in Elvish back. I'll explain in a second, but I'm pretty sure I know what's going on. All right, go
I
ahead.
don't.
Do either
I
of you
definitely.
speak Elvish?
I wrote that book when I was like 16. I have distinct memories. It was one of my probably most fun things to write for sure. Did you? This might be an impertinent question. Did you happen to do an experiment with lightning at some point in your life, and that did not go well, or maybe it went too well?
Oh, but that is quite a good idea, you know.
Oh, forget I said anything. Never. No.
write a
Forget
few
I said
things
anything. I don't know what
about
you're
that.
talking about. I really think that's probably
I have
not a
made
very good
vast,
idea.
Vast strides in science, however. A lot
I
of
believe that.
anatomy.
Yes.
I know all about humans.
Right at this moment, you hear a scream off in the distance. A blood-curdling scream from behind you, somewhere over there. And this blood-curdling scream, it just sounds like someone just dying. Someone is being ripped apart, torn apart, and is dying. And suddenly, as all of you are looking that direction, you're starting to see eyes looking at you through the dark. These big, glowing white eyes.
Oh, I don't like
staring
that.
at you.
All
But
right. So
it's on the other side of this greenish barrier. You just see this. It's almost like wavy. It's just constantly waving across these stairs that lead downwards.
all right. All right. So once they're done with their whole, yeah, no, don't create Frankenstein's monster. That'd be a bad idea. I'm gonna sorry. So I'm gonna find the page I was looking for and go, well, let me do my best to shed some light on what is going on here. We are in what I'm fairly certain is the Alchemist's dream, which is a condition that does affect certain individuals from different parts of time and reality. Perfect example right here between you two fine folks. And also why you and I, milady, hail from the same city, where these two are from, I believe, different realms of reality. I will say we're not drawn
Different
here without.
realms.
Yes, I will say we are not. I get lower. We are not drawn here without purpose. What that purpose is, we're gonna have to find out.
What's a realm?
Excellent.
DM,
Yes.
can I use my divine sense, please?
Divine sense. Okay, sure. Tell me what you gotta do.
So I'm just gonna nod at Lancaster, and I'll look at the others and be like, well, in any case, my name is Dathira, and let's see what's around here. And my eyes start glowing gold, and the presence of strong evil registers on my senses like a noxious odor. The powerful good rings like heavenly music in my ears. As an action, I open my awareness to detect such forces until the end of my next turn. I know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet of me that is not behind total cover. I know what type of any being whose presence I sense, but not their identity. And within the same radius, I also detect the presence of any place or object that has been consecrated or desecrated, as with the Hallows.
Okay.
Oh, while she's doing that, what's the lighting situation like?
Everything around this place, it's you have this keep in front of you. You're all on this circular dais that's surrounded by stairs leading down to the green barrier that seems to be surrounding this entire island that this keep is on. And beyond that, you can kind of see that there's like a village of some kind. You can't see just how good the buildings are or what shape they're in, but it doesn't look good from here. But the lighting is all lit up by these fairly lit green flames everywhere. But there's more light coming from within the keep.
Okay. So barriers around the island, but it's free reign to the village and the keep.
Free range to the keep. The village is protected. The keep is protected from the village by this barrier.
Okay.
It's completely shielded all the way around.
All right. So I would like to walk up to the barrier, take a quick peek at it, leaf through my books, and then
as soon as you walk up to the barrier, immediately those eyes, this thing starts running towards you and then leaps and jumps directly at you. And you see for a split second this creature unlike anything you've ever seen before. I don't have that picture handy, but it looks very, very faintly like a werewolf, but it's not quite right. It has more of an upper body and more of the lower end is almost not quite developed correctly. It doesn't look right at all, and it's covered with clothes, but it's more of a dog than it is a werewolf. It's very strange. But it leaps at you, jumps against the barrier, and lets out a yipe, and then is standing at the barrier, walking back and forth with the eyes staring at you.
A yipe of pain?
A yipe of pain from touching the barrier, yes.
Yeah. Can I do an Arcana check to see what kind of magic that is?
You can attempt to, yes.
You can certainly
try. I think did Dathira ever get her divine sense?
Oh yeah, divine sense. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. No,
you
thank you.
Cannot tell. Actually, wait. Did you say that you could smell evil?
Yeah. It comes off like a noxious odor.
Like
Okay.
registers on my senses. The presence of strong evil registers on my senses like a noxious odor, and a powerful good rings like heavenly music in my
Okay.
ears.
Well, there's definitely no good, and there's plenty of evil around you. Everything reeks of evil. This place just reeks of evil completely.
But I know the location of any celestial fiend dead within 60 feet of me.
There's nothing within 60 feet of you that fills those descriptions.
All right.
That stays. It's until for 6 seconds I would know this, and I can use that. Yeah, a number of times. Okay.
For 6 seconds, okay?
All right. I got a 15 on my Arcana check.
Okay, well, you can definitely tell it's a barrier, and you're not going to be able to get through it very easily, that's for sure. But that's about all you can tell.
Okay.
Cold magic.
Yeah. Well. And then so I'm, kind of looking it over and leafing through my books. You said this kind of looks like a werewolf, but not like werewolf that I would have been researching or read in my books or anything.
Does it look extra planar?
Not necessarily. It looks mutated, if nothing else. It doesn't look right.
Something's
There's
wrong.
something wrong
Isn't
with
good.
it.
Well, and so, all right, so I'll, close my books, kind of look at it while it's pacing back and forth and say, well, you certainly are an ugly mongrel.
You hear from the doorway. Hello.
Doorway?
Hello. Is anyone out there? Very faintly.
No.
I thought I heard voices. Hello.
No.
Where was the doorway again? I'm sorry.
The doorway is at the keep. It was directly in front of you when you stood up. It was right there. So circular
Okay.
days where you were, keep in front of you with the doors right there, one slightly ajar.
Okay.
There's two,
Right.
double. And yeah,
Okay.
the stairs lead down to the thing. So you're at the bottom of this. Well, not the bottom. You're halfway down the stairs
Okay.
right now at the.
And so the barrier was
area.
behind me then?
Correct. When you first came in.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I thought the barrier was in front of me. Sorry, I
Nope, that's
was
okay.
getting my
I'm gonna
directions
draw
all
my
mixed up.
sword and step forward and say, "Who's there?"
Uh, it's just me. I'm. This is my keep. This is. I need help. My name is Cedric. Are you here to help me?
Cedric, why are we here?
I'm not exactly sure. This dream, this place, it brings people to me in an attempt to help me. But not all are capable of. I'm too weak to keep yelling. Please come in.
So just hear a voice, don't see anything.
You don't see anything, no. It sounds like an old man he's getting out of breath.
Yep.
He really sounds like he's trying to yell to you through there
Right.
because he could hear something.
Alright. So I close my book, look at everybody and say, well, as I said, brought here with a purpose. Believe whether we're gonna find the purpose or not, we're gonna have to go in, so you all are welcome to stay here. As for myself, pull out my crossbow. I'm gonna go get some answers.
I'll go
Turn
as
around
well.
and start walking up the stairs.
Right. Well, if it's the only way out,
I'm gonna be writing notes this whole time, just like
Fascinating.
pretty much.
Imagine you had like a Spock moment right there. Fascinating.
Maybe they need help bandaging or medics or something. I'm gonna follow, I suppose.
So it sounds to me like
Oh, I'm
everybody's going
curious at this point.
in. Okay,
Yes.
beautiful. All right.
No, I just feel like you're following.
Oh, does the keep have any distinct markings or as I'm
Taking
walking
notes.
in? Yeah, any distinct markings or labels, banners, anything that gives a hint as to anything about it?
Not
Outside of, like, the
necessarily.
stained glass.
It has some stained glass on it and so forth, and a lot of the stained glass, it seems as if the people on it are slightly tormented by something.
Oh, crap.
Like a green light that is shining, and they're like leaning back from it like this,
Oh.
each one of them.
Okay.
But otherwise, there's nothing really distinctive. It's not very well kept, but it doesn't look like the place is going to fall apart. It looks like it's doing fairly well, especially compared to some of the buildings that you can see.
Mhm. Hmm.
Okay, so who's going in
Indeed.
first?
Yep.
Either me or Tony, probably.
All right. As you open
I
the
will.
door.
I would say I will lead, I guess.
Okay. As you open the door, there's really nothing. It's a very heavy door, very thick. It's about 4 inches thick. It's a great big door. It takes a little bit of strength to move it, but it's well balanced on its hinges. The hinges are still very, very good. It creaks very, very loud.
All right. And lighting in the keep.
Lighting in the keep is all lit up by candles. They're also
flame?
green, yes. But there's an overabundance of them. There's not
Wait,
many
did you say
shadows
it's
here.
green?
It is green. That is correct. There's not many shadows here. Everything is fairly lit up very well, actually. You going
Alright.
I'm
to
trying to put it on green.
Ah,
There you go. Oh, and just for aesthetic and having an extra thing ready to go, I got the crossbow in one hand. I'm gonna snap my fingers and do produce flame in my other hand. So
Okay.
for everyone else, I snap my fingers and I have a little ball of fire. Just like this.
That was
That's a
no
handy
torch.
trick.
it's lighting it up
Well,
even more.
Yeah. Well, you might say that I've been
I
in
can do that
situations
too.
where I
Snap.
need to shed a little light on the subject.
I can do that too, and I cast the same spell. My fingers
Hey,
like
look at that. We're gonna be best friends.
With this, neither one of
Why
you,
can't you do that?
Victoria or Mary, you've never really seen this kind of thing before. Magic is somewhat new to you, though you somehow know what is happening. It's kind of strange.
This sort of magic is a little bit new, but I do have a few tricks up my sleeve.
Ooh.
I didn't get where I am by
In fact,
playing the nice housewife.
Well,
uh,
I have a feeling that we're gonna find out everybody's capabilities one way or another,
Well, I'm quite capable.
and I have a feeling we're gonna need it.
Mary, just as you're about to cross the threshold, you suddenly get a twinge, this feeling of, be careful. And you even hear a whisper come across your ears, be careful, as you start to step over. No one else can hear.
Do I see the man who was calling as I step through?
Everyone, as you're walking through, do you close the door behind you or do you leave it open?
I am going to look out the door if I'm the last one through, which I would assume I would be.
Yeah. So I'm assuming it's
I'm gonna
me,
look through.
Kaylee, Devin, then Christy. Okay.
Okay.
I can write the names. I'm dumb.
Yes,
That's it. I had to write it down as well.
All right, Mary, Victoria.
same.
And what do you want to spell your name again
Um,
for me, Kaylee?
Yep. It's Daetyhra. Daethira.
Wow, I did not spell that right at all.
I'm gonna phonetically.
Yeah, I did it phonetically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to do it
Okay,
phonetically because I
that's fine.
spelled it out and I'm like, I'm not gonna know how to say that.
Fair.
Theory.
So me,
So-
Diphtheria,
So
Diphtheria, Victoria, then Mary.
Diphtheria.
as you stepped into
Yep.
the building, you are in almost like a coat room. It's a fairly
Oh,
large room. I'm sorry.
So what I would do is I would as I am going to pull the door closed and I hear the whisper and I get the like chill up my spine, I'm gonna look around outside the door just to see if there's anything to see. And if I don't see anything, I'm just gonna like nothing that we hadn't seen already. I'm just gonna leave the door like open, cracked, like maybe 6 inches.
Okay. Excellent. All right. Right about there. 6 inches to go. And with that, you are standing in almost like a coat room. and there's some clothing hanging on some of the hooks, but it's like an 8x8 room, and it's another entry directly in front of you. It's a couple doors that are already swung open, and it goes into a wide open, almost cathedral-sized room.
Anything special
And do
about
we
the
see
clothes?
the person who was
You
speaking?
can see someone up there sitting on a seat. They're just starting to settle in. It was almost like they were starting to get up and then change their mind and flump back down into their chair. And they're sitting there waiting, just rubbing their head.
I got a
Please.
bad feeling about this.
You and me both.
This isn't Star Wars.
Well,
Abraham Lincoln?
well, really?
Who's that?
I don't know. I just always think about like the theater chair. Like, they put
No, I
the
was
chair in the
asking
middle
in
of the
character.
theater after he
That-
died.
Yeah.
Death to
Yeah,
Tyrants?
yep.
After who
Whatever that
died?
was.
Abraham Lincoln.
Lincoln.
Who's Abraham Lincoln?
This is clearly out of character.
Yeah. I was going to say, Abraham Lincoln would have also been quite a ways after Frankenstein, and quite frankly, Shelley.
Yeah, there you go.
Quite frankly.
Anything special about the clothes that are in the clothing room? Like,
Nothing really.
are they like moth ridden or anything like that? At least, or
No, they're quite dusty. Very, very dusty. There don't seem to be any moths, though, but it
Right.
seems like they've been sitting there for quite a while. They're definitely Victorian, you can tell that much.
Anything my
gotta
size?
admit, yeah. Say I gotta admit, these clothes, type of clothes aren't familiar to me. But that does tell us something about what we're dealing with.
Please,
Scribble a little note.
please come closer.
Yeah, I'm going to push the clothes up and kind of look down at myself and be like, probably close.
Yeah, probably. All right.
Not quite, but close.
So, all right. So, I'm gonna flip through my notes. Are there anywhere in my notes mention of the name Cedric? Would you like me to roll for that?
You can, yes.
What would you like me to roll? History?
Roll for history, yes.
Can I check his insight to see if he sounds like he's lying?
That's what I was going to do too, yeah.
You can.
I got a 9, so probably not.
No, nothing. You know nothing about a Cedric for sure.
Yeah.
I got a 9 insight.
Leafing through.
I got a 14 insight.
Okay. No. He definitely sounds like a very weak old man, and he's calling for help. He needs some help for sure.
Would there
Alright,
be a
well.
point to doing an Arcana check on like this room area?
You can.
Question is, what are you
Just
checking
roll
for?
with Arcana. Magic.
Magic.
What?
If he is disguised or
Oh, there
if
you
there's
go.
a spell on the room, literally. anything.
Ah.
There you go.
Okay.
That
Or
on
there's
the
something
room.
invisible, maybe.
But on him, I think you'd have to get
Hold on.
closer. He's still probably about 60 feet
then
away
the
from you.
room. Okay. 14.
You could definitely tell that there's some magic about, but it doesn't seem as if there's any illusions or anything, and everything seems to be in order.
But is it good magic or is it bad magic?
Can you actually tell that?
I don't think Arcana
No.
lets you do
I don't
that.
believe it
But
does.
I was gonna see
Yeah.
if you would answer it anyway.
I didn't believe so.
There's no harm
Well,
in
this is
trying.
his first rodeo, so I say, all right,
So
Um,
as you're coming in,
all right, yeah. So,
The
yeah.
old man
So
has
we're
spotted
walking
you.
in.
yes, he
Yeah,
spotted
so-
you. Please come closer. Please come closer.
So I'm gonna turn to the group and say, well, be prepared for anything with this. Let's not take this too lightly. And
Well,
I will.
if he does need medical attention, I can help. I'm a doctor after all.
That's wonderful to hear. And
Thank
I'll
you.
start crossbow up, produce flame on my finger, start walking up,
Absolutely fascinating.
while still
Well,
with
Lady
my
Doctor.
passive perception of
interesting.
15.
Okay.
Hopefully that'll help keep me.
highly perceptive.
Yeah, hopefully that'll help keep me aware of anything outside as we walk towards the guy.
Put your weapons away. I mean you no harm. I'm just an old man.
Okay, Yoda. Alright. Oh, sir, if it's all the same to you, I've been researching phenomena like this, and I'm a bit wary of where we are and why we're here. So, you yourself seem fine, but I am more cautious about what is going on around us.
Okay. Have you walked up to him?
Walking up, I'm probably gonna stop. I'd stop probably like 20 feet away.
Sure. Okay.
Like,
yeah,
close enough that we can still talk in a normal volume
Yeah.
without yelling, but
Yeah,
still
you
not
can
like
still
right
converse.
next to him.
Absolutely.
Without like being right next to him.
Okay. Absolutely. That's great. It sounds like you've come to help me. Thank the stars. I've been put here against my will. I was trying to save everyone. I was finding a way to defeat death for us all, so we don't have to lose our loved ones anymore. And myself, my building, my home, everything, my village, we were all cursed and cast out by the gods, put into this horrible place, this horrible realm. And I don't know why, but for some reason people keep coming in and out, and it seems that horrible things happen to them if they don't seem to be able to help me. It's not of my own doing. It's just, it requires a certain amount of strength, durability. It requires a hero. Are you that hero, good sir?
Well,
I would like to insight check him again after all of that.
can
That's all
I
right.
can I assist to give her advantage?
Yes, you can. Oh, before I go any further, just so that everybody knows, everyone has what is considered what I call a hero point. For right now, if we were in person, I would be giving you a glass gem, and this hero point can be turned in for. In fact, I'm going to make marks over here to make sure.
I'm going to put in my inspiration for now.
Okay.
Yeah, is it
say-
just basically?
It's for a
I'm
reroll.
going to.
In case you end up with a roll that is like, you're trying to do something heroic and it didn't work out well and you just want to re-roll, this is your go-to. It's kind of like a rewind and retry.
Okay. And so just kind of mark it as inspiration?
If you wish to, yeah. It's just a reroll, and as it is, you can also do some things to earn that by doing like extremely heroic acts or doing something so just freaking awesome, anything like that, and you can get another hero point.
Okay.
If
Sounds good.
if you do it, use it this session, and it goes into another session. If it ends up being more than a one shot, you will have another one next session.
Alright. Sounds good.
Okay. Anyways, so you were going to do an insight check.
Yeah. And
So
I would
my
like to assist if I can give her
insight-
advantage.
Yep. So I got a 23.
Ooh,
Damn.
23.
You
What
can
was your
see
roll?
Through walls.
I'm just curious, what was your roll?
A 17.
Ooh, nice. Well, it seems like...
17. I might be lagging a little bit. Sorry, guys.
No, that's totally fine.
You're fine.
It sounds as if he is telling the truth, but it doesn't seem as if he's telling you everything. It seems like something's being a little left out.
Alright. And I'll say we encountered a beast-like creature on our way in. I'm assuming that's one of your village compatriots.
And everyone that's in the village has been turned into horrible creatures. Some of the creatures out there turned into even more horrible creatures. I couldn't tell you what happened. I don't know. All I know is I had to put up the barrier with some ancient magic I had found, an old scroll in my travels. And it has been a long time. I've been here for a very, very long time. I've been keeping myself alive.
So
Go
Do you
ahead.
still have this?
what
scroll?
exactly is it you're asking us? Oh, that too.
Sorry,
Go ahead.
that was my
It's okay.
Okay. So you're asking what exactly is it that you want of him, or he wants of you? Is that what you're asking?
Well, you can answer the question about the scroll too. That'll probably be
Okay.
shorter.
Sorry. Say that again.
Do you still have this scroll?
I do not. It burnt up at the time, but in the writing, it said that if you were to carry. He reaches over into a desk right beside him. He opens up a drawer, and inside he pulls out these green gemstones. If each of you carry one of these, you'll be safe to go through it. It will protect you as you walk through
The barrier.
the barrier. It will not protect you from harm from any of the creatures below, but it will protect you from the barrier. I have to keep the barrier up to protect myself. Otherwise, it's all for naught.
So, what do you need us to do?
My associate, my counterpart, he had taken the final 3 ingredients I needed to complete the potion. And once I had the potion, I could duplicate it. But he took the final 3 very important ingredients, and he ran off with them. I don't know why. But he's ruined everything. You must find them. You must. He brought my mimic with him as well. Henry.
Your mimic?
We had a mimic. He typically kept himself as a chest. We kept him fed. He'd keep our goods safe. But he brought him with him. Why would they conspire against me?
Well, I would say because you're going against the rules and laws of nature. And that's why you've been put into this particular predicament.
That may be, but we can't stop this dream. We can't stop this monstrosity of a place until I've completed my potion. Only then will I be able to dispel it all.
And what does the potion do?
It provides you with everlasting immortality.
How's that potion gonna stop the dream?
It will bring me back to my younger years. And once I have it, once I'm able to do that, I will actually be able to open the portal once again. Because this is how I found all the ingredients. I was able to make potions in order to open portals, to go to different realms and different places to gather them. I've gathered things from all over. Judging by you, young ones, you seem to be from the place called Earth. Am I wrong?
That's correct, yes.
Yes.
Well, me.
I've not heard of any place called Earth.
Neither have
I
I.
tell you, being 600 years old, it's been a long time since someone's called me young.
Myself as well.
Judging by your marks and your weaponry, I would say you've probably come from Eberron. I know not know
That
when, but that is a very, very interesting place.
Yes, it is.
Good. Oh, you're finally the heroes I've needed. Finally. Once I have returned my strength and I have gained the immortality, I will be able to conduct the spell in order to diminish this place down to rubble. It will no longer be a realm. It will no longer suck in the poor children. All the poor beings that come here, that die. All of them. Oh,
Does
please.
everyone die?
They don't come back. And those horrible beasts are out there. I hear terrible screams. Someone had just come before you. I hope they had made it. Maybe you'll run into them.
Did you just say that you send children off to their death?
I don't send them off to their death, no. But they're the only ones that could possibly do something.
So, you give a child one of these gemstones and tell them to go off to face those monsters out there.
Oh, not to face the monsters. No, they would never last. No, I hope that the young beings would be able to find my associate. He always had an affinity for children. And maybe they'd be able to pull his heartstrings to bring forth the ingredients once again. And I figured maybe they were small enough to be able to hide from such horrible creatures. I did what I could. Down. Over there. That doorway leads to the basement. It has all of the potential potions and weaponry, anything that you could possibly need. I had hoped that it would protect them. I haven't heard from them since. I ask you, sir, how did you hear of this place?
Well, apparently there have been some people that have managed to get out of here, and I've been able to hunt them down and get testimony and read testimony from clerics such as myself.
At you saying this, he's starting to perk up a little bit. The children, they may have gotten out. This is good news.
For your sake, for going against the laws of nature and sending children off, you had better be right. But
I hope they
for the sake of looking for those young ones or those innocents that have been sent, that went out there, and for shutting down this unnatural phenomenon, I'll reach out. I'll walk up to him and I'll take one of the gems and put it in one of the pockets of my overcoat.
It's a shaking hand reaching out to you. Be safe, sir. Please, go forth to the basement and see if you can find what you need.
I'll take a gander, but I'm fairly confident I'll be able to handle myself. I'll turn to the others and say, think any hope of getting out of here is to do what it says. And I just take the gem, put it in my pocket, and walk down.
I'm gonna walk up and take a gem and not say anything and follow Lancaster.
Okay. Here you are, madam. Please be safe in your travels.
Just gonna sigh and shake my head and keep walking.
I once had a daughter like you.
I'm gonna walk up and just say, you look a bit worse for wear. Do you need some medical attention?
I'm old. I'm very, very old.
Well,
By your years, I could be. I could not even be born yet. In your world, I could be older than dirt. But here, I have been here keeping myself alive for what I believe to be 500 years.
without this immortal potion,
You don't look that
Yes.
good for 500.
What?
Are you a human?
I'm just kidding.
Last time I checked, yes. Am
Where are you from?
I starting to change? No. Uh, I'm from
I
here.
don't know. You're old and wrinkly.
This is my home. This is where I'm from. This is my keep. We used to call it Abernathy.
You're
This-
from this black space.
No, this village was known as Abernathy. I'm gonna need to
Does
write
that ring?
down.
Does that I was gonna say, does that ring a bell for me? Okay.
Just
Can I
to
ask
save
if I can
time?
do a history check? Yeah, fair enough.
Because I made that up on the spot.
Would that ring a bell for? Oh, I was gonna say, would that ring a bell for me?
I don't even think it rings the bell for the alchemist.
Yeah. All right. So as you're having this conversation, I'd
Ring the
holler,
bell,
"Don't
the-
waste."
If you wanted to ring the bell is above. It
Why
hasn't
would
been
I
rung
want
in
to ring the
years.
bell?
Oh, you said
I would
don't
say,
ring the bell.
don't. I'd say, don't waste your time with skills on him. It seems
Sorry,
the only
why
way
would
to
I
help
want
him
to
is
ring
to.
a bell when there are monsters outside?
When I go to take the gem, I'm gonna be like, so where everything you are looking for is just in the basement?
Not everything I'm looking for, no. My associate ran off with everything. There used to be a tunnel out of the basement. And he must have gone that way. I was up here and I never saw him leave.
I see.
And he destroyed the tunnel behind him.
Well, there's only one way to
But
find out.
there are potions down below. Please, help yourselves. Do whatever you find.
I have a question for you.
Might
sir.
have an answer, young lady.
Does my face look familiar to you?
No, I can't say it does. I have seen such markings before. Such beautiful markings, such wonderful magic. But no, I have not seen you before, dear elf. You are a beauty for sure. In my younger years, I might have tried to court thee. But it is well beyond that now.
You're only 200 years older than me, man.
Well,
All
now.
right, anyway, I'm gonna go after Lancaster,
If only
Alright.
I'd
but
been
I'm
an
gonna look at
elf.
him suspiciously.
All right. So, so I said, down the basement, down the basement. There's a tunnel that you believe he went out.
It used to be a tunnel. I do believe he
Alright.
went that way because it wasn't collapsed
Alright.
before he left.
All right. Well, I look at everyone and I say, well, I suggest we start our investigation there. Is 8:32? Do we want? If we want 9:30, 8:30, 9:30.
Yes.
If we want to take a break.
This sounds like an excellent time to take a break. Let's all go for a quick break and not a reality break.
Let's all go to the snack bar. Let's
And,
all go to the snack bar.
We will be back with you momentarily. Please, everybody, go use the bathroom, stand up, stretch, go grab a snack, grab whatever you possibly need. Let's give ourselves
Ring a bell.
little bit of a break. Yeah, ring the bell.
Yeah.
Okay, we will see
All
you
right, see you in a bit.
momentarily.
Ooh, excuse me.
All right. All right.
get in here? Hello. Goodness. Do. Okay. Oh boy. All right. This. All right. Are we ready? Good to go? Everyone, okay. All right. And
French toast.
hey! Welcome back.
Oh
Pro-strim.
god. Pro shrimp.
Yes.
Pro stream
Yeah,
with
pro
French
stream.
toast.
Mm.
If,
Oh
if you
my
like what you're
God.
seeing,
Okay.
there's something wrong with you.
Yes. All right, so here we are. Everyone just melt. Everyone just melt.
We melt.
Everyone just melted.
We stop the world and melt with you. Anyway, no.
All right, so we make our way to the basement.
Yes. Everyone is starting down towards the basement. Just as who's gonna be the last one up going down the stairs?
I'm
I can be.
assuming at this point
Okay.
I'm on point, which is a terrible idea, but here we are.
Okay.
I'll bring up the rear.
All right.
Yeah,
So-
I was gonna be right behind Lancaster.
Right as
So the beefy paladin is third. Cool.
I can go first.
So fine.
I can go first.
You want to? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I can go first. That's fine.
I was gonna
Please and
say,
thank
he's a little bit softer than you are.
Hey, just push me ahead.
All right, so-
Well, what I would do is I would say I would turn as like stairwell. Is it like a 5-foot one-person stairwell going down? Reasonable assumption.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yes, it's got to be like a spiral staircase heading down. I would say a little bit wider than a single person. I'd say probably about 3.5 feet wide as you're going down.
Okay. Alright, so
each
I would
step
definitely.
It's plenty comfortable walking. It's not like it's incredibly steep or anything like that. Each drop is about 4 or 5 inches.
Yep. So I would definitely turn and say, I believe it would be wise to let the person with the big shield go down first.
And the big sword.
The,
That is very
and
sharp.
the armor.
Yeah,
And the
I could do that.
oh,
Away we go then.
oh,
Ladies first.
Yeah, young ones. Before I forget, I am so sorry. I'm so. My mind sometimes it's fading.
Older than him, but okay.
It's
Yeah.
fading. I swear. You have a certain amount of time. You have to get it done in the time frame. You have 4 hours to get it done. If you don't, you become one of the beasts.
Oh,
That information
Not
would have
a
been
lot
useful a
of
little while
time.
earlier.
I'm sorry. Why? How long were you waiting outside?
About 3 hours and 30 minutes. Why?
Forgetful in your old age, are you?
All right. Well,
Good luck to you.
And,
Please,
off we go then, down to the
yeah.
basement.
with haste.
Yeah.
All right.
So turn to the group. Look at the group and say, "Time to get a move on."
I'm gonna take out my pocket watch and look at the time so that I know and have a marker.
Ooh, look at that.
Nice.
All right, as you're going down the stairs, it winds around about 3 times before you finally come down to a landing, and you have this actually somewhat small basement compared to the rest of the building. It's once again only about an 8x8 room, but there's plenty of shelves. There's shelves everywhere. You have shelves upon shelves everywhere. Over in the left-hand corner, you can see an opening it's all rubble. Everything's just fallen down. You can see like a keystone at the top. It almost looks like that used to be an archway to go through to a tunnel. But everything here all the shelves, each one is covered with potions. You can see where some have been taken, some have been used. There's some weapons over there in the corner, and they all are glistening as if they appear to be silvered, and some are serrated.
Oh,
I
that he
take a
keeps
look
a
at my
very
sword, hold it up next to some of the weapons, and go, I think I'm good with what I've got. Put it back.
Okay.
very odd assortment of weapons for someone that seems to be trapped here.
And luring children.
Oh, don't think I haven't forgot about that.
Mm.
Glad I never
Before
was
I
one.
start rummaging, the archway, does it look completely collapsed or partially collapsed?
Oh, it's collapsed. The archway itself is starting to. You could tell where some of the stones have started to come unsettled a bit just in the archway right there, but it's just all rubble stone piled out of it. It's just a solid wall of just mess in front of you. All brick, dirt, everything just completely collapsed.
Well, that may take us a while to get through, unless somebody is of a certain physical no, not cognition, that's not the right word. A physical ability to make their way through that wall, possibly.
It might
Can
take
I
a while. And you only have
look
4
to see?
hours.
Can I look
Okay.
to see if I can move any of the rocks easily?
You can you can move some of them. I mean, it's mainly bricks and rocks for sure, or rocky brick, I should say. And some of them are moving, but there's a lot of dirt here, and it's very very hard packed. This happened a long while ago, and this is pretty solid. This is really solid. This is gonna take a long time.
Well,
Anyone want to see if the old man knows of a different way out? Wait,
yeah,
did he say there was potions down here? What kind of potions are down here?
yeah, that was going to be the next thing. Was if we couldn't do anything with that, grab potions and see what, or we'll look at the potions at least.
You have there are plenty of potions around of different colors. You have there's some red ones over there. You've got some blue ones. Some of them are labeled. Some of them are not.
Right.
Miss
Any...
Frankenstein.
Labels one say.
I think that you might want to investigate these since you're the woman of science in the room.
What do the labeled ones say?
The labeled ones say health potions and so forth. There are some that actually see. There seems to be a yellow strength potion as well on the shelf, and that seems to be about it. All the ones that are labeled, the rest of them seem to be completely missing, or they've been smashed, or are not labeled whatsoever. But all the labeled ones are on these shelves over here on the left. They are all different colors of health potions.
Is it like flavors?
Could be.
Can I roll an investigation or arcana? Which would
Arcana. I would say probably investigation.
investigate? Come on, big money.
No whammy, no whammies.
Oh shoot.
13.
13. Okay.
Not much.
Actually, I should have asked what are you looking for, just to see what they are.
Yeah, if I can get any sort of like general sense of like what it might be. I mean, granted, my magical understanding is limited, but I might be able in this newfangled place to understand a little bit more, maybe, or at least kind of see.
Or would that be
what
more
it might
of a,
do.
if you're checking on potions, could that be a medicine check?
I suppose it could be a medicin check. It
Hell
also
yeah,
could just
let's.
be, it could also just be a straight up wisdom check because you are an alchemist.
Yeah.
Nat 20.
Hey!
So I got a 27.
Bam, bam, bam.
Yay!
Wow. All right.
Nice.
So as it turns out, there happens to be a place for a table right in the middle of the room that you can walk over and you can actually pour this out into another container that happens to be right there, and you're inspecting it. And as you're doing so, you're starting to smell it. Do you try to taste it or no?
Sure.
Whoa, be careful!
You do your little alchemy, like.
I like tip my pinky in it. And Put a
Mm-hmm.
little bit on my lip. I don't
Okay.
quite put it all the way in my mouth, but just to get a tingling sensation or something.
Strange. What are you notice some very strange ingredients in this, and something you've never thought of doing yourself before. But this is definitely some unique magic. This is almost like a potion of warding.
Warding?
Warding.
I think I probably
Hoarding.
would know about that, right?
Yeah.
Can I make either history or arcana check?
You can.
Triangle.
While they're doing that, I'm gonna go look for some silver-tipped crossbow bolts
Okay.
in the pile of weapons.
Say that 10
Oh,
times.
yeah, and that is smart. While they're doing that, I would also like to look for any ingredients, silver dust, ruby dust, anything like that, perhaps.
Okay. Actually,
I got a
there-
13.
You got a 13. Okay. With your 13 Arcana, you are able to tell that it is definitely a warding spell of some sort in a potion
Okay.
form, which is not quite usual. That's very unusual. But you're not sure what it wards against. And with that, yes, you definitely find plenty of bolts. You can find. I'm sorry, I forget what bolts come in.
20. It just comes in like a box for
Okay.
crossbow.
You find a couple containers that have 20 bolts each in them. Easily. You can sift through it more to see if you can find more, but those just happen to be right there on top. And as far as the silver dust, there is a shelf over in the corner that has some just ingredients laid about here and there on there. And one of them is actually labeled silver. And it seems to be in either, you can't tell if it's a liquid or dust form without going over to it.
I would absolutely like to go over to it and investigate it.
Okay. Well, you don't even have to roll. You can just tell if you pick it up, I'm assuming, and you move it
Yes.
around. You can just tell it's powder, for sure.
Yep, perfect. I will gladly pocket that.
Okay. So there's an overabundance of health potions around you. There are probably about 10 of these potions of some kind of warding. You're not quite sure what it is. And otherwise, that seems to be all that's left. There is that yellow potion over there that it's labeled for strength. There are several
Well.
weapons and other things you could be nabbing as well if you so desired.
How many health potions? Sorry.
No, you're.
There are about 15 health potions still available.
Doctor, is that correct? Memory serves me correct there?
Well, that's not my first name, but
Oh,
go on.
apologies. What did you find out about that Mr. Potion there?
Well, it is a potion of warding. It's odd, but there are quite a few of them.
Well,
I wonder what it wards against. I would assume it wards against something.
So we'll have to find out.
yes,
Perhaps the monsters.
I would say that in this kind of place, anything that wards anything off or adds to our ability to protect ourselves is going to be handy.
Well, I agree on that. Does anyone have a larger pack to put some of these in?
Got some pretty deep pockets.
I was gonna say I've got a backpack because I carry around. I got a backpack because I carry around my various manuscripts and tomes to read up and research on things.
Yeah, I've got some backpacks too.
So
Got about 4
I'll
slots.
grab-
I look
how
around
many
and
of
see
the-
if there's like a pouch or sack or anything laying around.
You find a bag of holding.
There's a tattered one over in the corner. It's not like it's completely ripped to shreds, but it looks like someone's old little knapsack. It looks like someone was traveling with it. You could probably fit maybe 3 books in it.
About 5 potions,
I'll take that. It's better than nothing.
depending on the size of the book
Yeah.
and the size of the bottle.
It has a very long strap, so as you put it on, it would just lay down at your hip.
Perfect.
I can fit.
I'm short
about
though. I
4
might
potions
tie
in
a
my
knot
belt.
in it so it's not quite so low. I'm tiny.
I'm tiny.
So that's it. I'll recommend grabbing what we can, fit it into where we can, and make
So are
our
we
way
trying to take
back up.
So
everything?
I'd say as much as we
mean,
can.
Mary,
the
at
health
this,
potions for sure, and probably the potions of warding. I would say
are you
we can
walking
figure
over
out what they
close
ward against, maybe.
to the potions, Mary?
Yeah. I grabbed the sack and I'm walking over so that I can put some in.
Okay, once you get close to the potions, you start hearing a whisper again. Grab the unusual one. Grab the potion of warding.
I think it would be a good idea if we took some potions of warding, because you said there were a number of them. And if you all don't mind, I might grab this one here. This odd one.
The
Um,
strength potion?
as us,
There's one single
Sure.
strength potion. There's about 8 to 10 of the warding potions, whatever.
yeah, I'd say
So I'll grab the strength potion, and then I'll grab probably 3 of the warding ones. Put them in my sack,
yeah, I'll grab.
and then
I'd say I'll
like
grab
3 health potions,
Yeah, I'd say I'll grab
if that's all right.
2 and 3. 2 and 3. 2 warding, 3 healing, 3 health.
Okay. Excellent. All right.
And what kind of health potions are these?
You have 2 medium health potions. So those are going to, what is it? A regular health potion does what? What is it? 1 die
Oh,
4?
potion of greater healing then?
What is
Yeah, because regular is 2d4,
2d4? Yep. Okay.
and then the next up I think is 2d6.
2d6. Perfect. Okay. So there's 2 of the 2d6, and then the rest of them are the 2d4.
Or I'm sorry, hold on. It's
44 plus 4.
44, and then 8d4 is the medium,
Gotcha.
and then
Yep.
it's
No,
10d4
no.
for the.
44 is the medium. 2d4 is the small. 44 is the
Oh, okay.
medium. 8d4 is the
Okay.
large one.
All right, got it.
Perfect.
All right, so 2 of the greater, or so 3 of the greater. Backpack. All right, and then
I'll take
2
a couple of
potions of
each, too.
warding.
Okay.
So greater, you said, is what they were.
Yeah.
All right. With this, you don't really see much else down here. Is there anything else you're going to be doing in this room?
I'd say no. I mean,
Okay.
I'm good. Unless anybody else wants to check anything.
Good.
All right. Is everyone leaving?
Yeah.
Okay. As you all heading back up the stairs, is anyone checking out the potions, or do you all have them all put away as you reach the top of the stairs?
I think we all have them put away.
Yeah, I would put them away in the
Okay.
Yeah.
sack and in my pockets.
Yeah, because I'm sure I'm used to seeing healing potions, and then I'm gonna trust Doc for what those warding potions are. So
Okay. As
Well,
you get up
I'm
there-
going to take one of the warding ones out. We might as well ask that old guy what they do.
As you've reached the top of the stairs, I'm glad to see you've returned. I'm assuming the tunnel is still collapsed.
yes, unfortunately,
Oh, I'm
and
sorry to hear
as
that.
we are now on a time limit, we figure we're gonna need another route out. That
Yeah,
preferably is not going out the barrier, running into a whole bunch of those beasts.
Well, actually, oh, good. You have it. The potion. It's a barrier potion. You drink the potion before you leave, and it will mask your scent. It will mask you from the beast. They won't be able to find you for 10 minutes.
Okay. And that's
That
those
is
warding
convenient.
potions?
I'm sorry, what did you say, Christy?
Those are those warding potions?
Correct, yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right, so I grab.
One before we leave.
Yeah,
crafted them
I grab.
myself. They're my own invention. I'm so proud of them.
Should have opened with that. I grabbed
That's It's
two.
my memory. It's my memory.
So, quite all right. So I got two. You said there were 8 to 10. I got two. How many do we have?
Two.
You
I think
got
we
two,
each
so that's
took two,
4.
so
I got
that's
3.
All right, so that's
I got-
9.
There we go. So we'll go with 9.
Perfect.
Okay.
All right.
I said, well, but so besides going out past the barrier, you don't know of any other way outside the keep.
You've got the options of both sets of stairs at the front. You can choose either one.
I prefer to do a more hidden pathway, but expediency is required, so...
Well, the only hidden pathway I had was taken out by my counterpart. Unfortunately, with that happening, you're not going to be able to have any form of secrecy. But that potion should be able to help you.
Question. Where did that tunnel let out?
It let out at a nearby farm.
In the village?
And which direction is that farm from here?
The farm is that way. It's over to the east. The door faces north. I used to be able to walk outside and turn to the right and see the sun rising. Oh, those were the days. I miss the sun.
Oh.
I miss my daughter.
Well, we will get this unnatural situation sorted, so... Let us
I thank you, sir.
make our way out. Let us make our way out.
Okay. So, as you are leaving the cathedral, you see the old man behind you. Good luck to
Keep
you.
on your right.
Okay. Good luck to you all. I hope you don't need it. And as you get outside, the glowing eyes and the creature that were at the bottom of the stairs, they're not there at the moment. You don't see any eyes anywhere. But you see 2 sets of stairs leading down. And from what you can see here, this is apparently the only way.
Can I ready, or at least I want to say that, because I assume we're going to take these potions. I want to be paying attention to when it's been 10 minutes, and when it has, I want to cast Pass Without Trace on us.
Pass Without Trace, what does that do?
A veil of shadows and silence radiates from me, masking me and my companions from detection for the duration. Each creature I choose within 30 feet of me, including me, has a plus 10 bonus to dexterity stealth checks and can't be tracked except by magical means. A creature that receives this bonus leaves behind no tracks or other traces of its passage.
Okay. And that doesn't count if you walk directly into something, I'm assuming, correct?
Right, it just adds, it gives you a plus 10 bonus to your stealth checks.
Okay,
and you can't track them except by magical means.
Excellent. All right.
Hey, every little bit counts.
All right. So,
Yeah, okay.
And we've got a stopwatch person, so it's perfect.
Not a stopwatch, it's a pocket watch.
We got pocket watch person.
She's keeping
Pocket
track
watch
of our
person.
4 hours, so that's
heck
I
is
don't
a
think she needs to be
friggin'
counting off 10
stopwatch?
minutes.
All right.
all right.
So as we're walking out, I'll say, well, looks like our best bet, our only bet, is to head straight on out.
Well, I think before we go through this, we should come up with a plan. Now, if we're supposedly tracking this associate, I think the best place to start would be the farm that he said that tunnel came out, because otherwise we're just going to be wandering around this village looking for who knows what. So if we go to this farm, then we might be able to find some evidence of maybe this person and where they might have gone.
Did he tell us the
So I
ingredients?
realize we still have to go down the stairs.
Oh.
But
Yeah.
No.
Say that again.
the ingredients that we need.
I'm gonna run back in and be like, "Hey, man, you forgot to
Yeah.
tell us the ingredients."
Yeah.
Oh, my, I'm terribly sorry. Yes, the ingredients you must find are Tiamat's scale. That was a doozy getting that one, trust me. Ymir's flesh and the blood of Atlas. It's in a vial, about
Usually,
yay big. It's completely encrusted with jewels. I had been granted the vial by a king, and then I used the vial to collect the blood myself.
Does it have to be collected in that vial?
No,
it's in the vial already. I think.
it doesn't have to be. I'm hoping it's still in it.
Well, I've heard of Tiamat, but those other two individuals I am quite unfamiliar with.
And that was
I've heard of Atlas, but that's an old Greek myth.
actually, even with that from being from Earth, you might have heard of Ymir's flesh as well. If you're familiar with Norse mythology.
I don't think that I
fixated
would
on the
be,
age
but I'm
of
happy
that
to roll a
blood.
history check.
Alright, you can roll it if you wish.
Sure.
Do it, do it.
What did you say, Doctor?
I said I was fixated on the
I-
age of the blood. Sounds disgusting.
Well, I mean, it's
Probably all
magic.
plotted and
you know?
I
gross.
would like to study it though. Quite fascinating.
Just magic.
I got a 19.
Oh, yeah. You are very familiar with Ymir's flesh. As you know, Ymir was actually one of the original frost giants that Odin had defeated, and killing the frost giant, he had used his flesh to create the world. Or so according to the myth.
Fascinating.
So the ingredients to make
So-
this eternity potion seem to come from parts of
Essentially, the
gods. It seems like.
gods or the origin of the earth, the very essence of what makes earth, but according to
the-
several different religions or cultures, it seems like.
I'd say I don't know anything about Earth, but Tiamat is a powerful dragon god. So
Well, the other two come from two different cultures, mythology. So I suppose gods in their own way, but they're both about the creation of the earth, of the universe in some cases. So it's interesting that it has those in common.
Yes,
Are we
but
still
have you
inside,
heard
or
of-
we walk back outside?
we're still.
He's walking back
I
out.
assumed we're still inside because
Yeah.
Daetheria went bugger.
Yeah.
So
So have
Uh,
you heard of Tiamat? Because she's like the worst dragon ever.
I know, it wasn't.
No.
Are you talking to me? Why are you still
Uh-oh.
in here?
I was talking to Mary. Bye, old man
I have
who
not heard of
lures
Tiamat.
children in here. And
Because clock is ticking.
Dragons are not real. Their wives' tales.
are
well,
those stories they tell your human folks at bedtime to keep them from being scared? Haven't you ever seen a dragon?
well,
No, I think
They-
if they were ever real in our world, they're long gone.
yeah, Daetheria, you do have to remember that we are
Oh,
all
that's
from
right.
different
We're not from
planes
around
of
here.
existence. Well, not
There's some
even
interesting
from around
works
here.
by a certain Mr. Darwin
yeah.
who did theorize about some of those things in our world, but I haven't read his most recent works. So
Well,
if we're walking out, as we're walking out, once we're out of earshot, I'm gonna say,
yeah.
I don't know about you all, but I would really like to talk to this associate if we get a chance.
Ooh.
I'm not sure I particularly trust this old man.
Well,
Yes.
as someone who is a follower of Rilliphane, the god of nature, what the elderly gentleman is trying to do in there goes against everything I believe in. So I'm with you 100% there, Miss Mary.
Yeah.
It's
Everything that you
Mrs., but
believe in.
thank you.
My apologies.
I've been watching Rifts in the Plains for many years, and this is more than I could have ever even hoped to vanquish in my time serving as a sentinel of the plains.
Oh, you
Well, I
are.
think it's an ideal sort of subject, really, because if you had someone that you loved and you lost them, would you not want to bring them back? Or would you just suffer forever?
I mean, that's the question, isn't it? But this,
I
but
have
this,
lost
this
I do
someone that I
not.
loved.
smacks of some hubris, though. I do have to say it does.
And I would say that loss is a part of life.
Yeah.
Death is not the end. It may be the end for one person, but it is the conclusion of the cycle of life. And to disrupt that cycle is to disrupt the very fabric of reality.
Well, now,
Death
what
can
if
be
you
a very
could
powerful
bring
thing.
someone back? What if there were like a possibility to bring someone back who isn't quite dead? To sort of finagle it, if you will.
That's the wrong kind of
They're not
magic.
dead. They're not dead.
It depends. That is a gray area, whereas normally
That's a
I'm
fine line
a
there.
black and worldview, black and white. I will say that there are more than one questions within that question you're asking.
Well, everything is black.
I would
and white.
agree.
As
You
you're
had
all
us.
Oh
standing
my dear,
Well,
there are
around,
so many shades of gray.
where you're all
Really quick,
standing,
out of
where
character.
actually are all of you standing right now?
Really quick.
I think at this
before
point
we
we're like
walking-
right outside the door.
You're just
Yeah.
outside the door. You're not at the top of the stairs.
Well, then
Oh,
we're
I
making
mean,
our way
yeah,
over
so
there.
we're yeah, so we're like how far is it from the top of the stairs to the door?
It's about 30 feet away.
Yeah, I'd say we stopped because I would assume she would have like stopped us to have this conversation about not trusting him before, like instead of walking.
I would have been walking.
Oh, you would have walked all the way
I
down the
would've been
stairs
walking.
too?
No,
Okay.
but
Well, I
like
guess-
outside at least.
Well, yeah. So we get
Dee had a
outside
question.
and then you stop. Oh, sorry.
Time-wise, since I am the timekeeper, can we have some sort of something going on, like continuing to say like time increments?
Sure. It has officially been, at this point, has been about 20 minutes.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Excellent. All right. So I'd say we stopped once we got outside to have this conversation about not trusting him.
Then we need to take the potions and get moving.
Yep.
Are we heading east?
I'd say so.
All right.
And I'd say wait till we get to the edge of the barrier and then.
Well, we don't want
Maximize our
anything.
time,
No,
yes.
when you got close to the barrier, something came up after you, so we should take them at the top of the stairs.
There aren't that many stairs. It's probably about 25
Yeah.
in total.
Yeah,
Oh,
just take them as we
alright.
go down the stairs, so that because like when you walked up close to the barrier, something came running at you.
That is true. You raise a good point. All right, so then I guess walk to the top
Here
of
we
the
go.
stairs. And
Okay, right when you reach the top of the stairs, I need everyone to roll perception.
Initiative.
So we're going to say initiative.
Yeah.
Roll initiative.
I thought you were going to say initiative.
Oh,
God.
The stairs
this-
fight you.
Is this a passive perception or is this just a
Just roll your
perception check?
do a
Alright.
perception check.
Oh boy.
Dirty 20.
I'm still
Ooh.
contemplating shades of gray because I got a big fat 7.
Hey, I got a dirty
What?
22.
Well,
Yeah. Well, and I think what it would have set you off would have been her about like, what if they're not really dead and we bring them back? Is that bad? And you'd be like, I think you did that before.
So not good.
not
So
yet.
not good. Not yet.
All right,
That's
what
Get
the
ahead
thing.
of me.
What did you
I
roll?
don't know that
The
part of my
whole,
story.
the whole point of Frankenstein is about the hubris of man. So
All right,
Not quite
Dr.
there yet.
Frankenstein. What
What
was
did
your
you roll?
perception?
That's Frankenstein.
Frankenstein.
12.
12. Okay. So both Kaylee and Tony, you both hear off in the distance some muffled pipe organ music. It's playing quite lively.
No.
It's almost like a, well, you wouldn't even know Phantom of the Opera, I don't think, but just out of character. A Phantom Opera-esque. Yeah.
Alright. Like, bah, like,
Da, da, da,
Creepy.
da, da, da. You know, just,
Bang, bang.
yep.
alright, so I guess I'll stop and say, sounds like our venture may have some musical accompaniment to it.
I'm not sure how I feel about this.
All right. So everybody has their stone, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. You don't have to
Go
be
in the
holding it
pocket.
in your hand or anything. You just have to have it on your person.
Alright. Alright, so I'll take potion out. Make sure everybody else has their potions out. Dr. Frankenstein, if you could count us down for time's sake.
I flip out my pocket watch and I pop the cork. Bottoms up. We have 10 minutes.
Excellent.
Tastes like cinnamon.
All of you, in this very moment, have, and I'm glad we all agree not to trust the old man. At this very moment, you have this almost clear barrier that goes over your entire body. It's just completely surrounding you everywhere. It's just barely noticeable. You can see through it, but every now and again, you just see a wave come flying by.
It's quite lovely.
Alright. Indeed.
You almost
well, let's enjoy the view while we make our way. So,
All right, I'll lead the way.
Okay. As you're getting down to the bottom of the stairs, you have a massively broken down building in front of you. It's just barely holding itself up. You have buildings over to your right, and it's the same thing. Everything is just completely dilapidated. Everything, there's cobblestone streets everywhere. Off to the right, you can tell that that's more of a path that's more like the main street of this entire place. And it almost seems like this place has been broken off from the world. It almost looks like it had just been picked up off of whatever planet they were on. And this circle of a world, it almost represents just a larger version of the barrier you just went through that was going around the keep, is also a very circular pattern around this entire place. And whatever was on it.
Strange magic.
Yeah, and outside of that, on the very, very edge, you can see this purpley, sparkly mist at the very edge of it. You can't see blackness. It's just, you can't see beyond it. You don't know what's beyond that veil of mist, but it's very purpley and sparkly. It's swirling around.
hate to be this guy, but can I roll history to see if I've
Go
read
ahead.
this in a book?
Yep, go ahead.
Or 9.
Negative. No.
Flipping through the book, and I'm like, I swear I could have seen something about this, but
I mean, there was a book you read
Nothing.
once about a Feywild that was very similar to this. You know, just someone had walked through a mist that it seemed kind of magical, but this doesn't seem to be the same thing. Nothing was mentioned about purple. or
Yeah, I
steel.
know about
Right.
the Feywild, but this is not it.
I would say something like, oh, here's a passage about the Feywild and having similar properties to what we just experienced, but not a lot of similarities otherwise.
Okay. But the pipe organ music, now that you've reached the bottom of the stairs, is getting louder, and it is coming from your right, off in the direction that he said the farm is.
All right,
The Sally Forth?
we go.
Closer to the ominous music. All right, let's go.
Okay. As you're walking along the street, all of you just happen to hear the sound coming from your left, and you look over just in time to see down this other street. You see one of those creatures. You see it much better now that you're not looking through the barrier. It's hairy, hair coming from all over it. It has tattered clothes on it, and it's very husky in the front, walking. Now you can't really see me. Walking.
Mary's
like this.
gonna immediately mom arm Victoria, by the way.
Yeah, and
Like full
I'm
mom arm.
Okay.
yeah, and I like hold up for them to stop, and I'm just like, shh.
You see it
I'm just looking like, what the?
walking along. You can hear its claws clacketing upon the stones as it's going along.
Question.
Yes.
Is this a... Never mind.
Okay. At this moment, it kind of sniffs at the air. Looks off in your direction. You see its glowing white eyes looking at you. But then it turns away, as if it doesn't even notice you. And then it goes up to the mist. It smells at the mist, almost putting its nose up against it, and then starts to put its paw against it, and then yipes in pain as it takes back its paw. But there's no paw. The paw is gone. It is officially has a stub where its paw was, and it's now bleeding out right there. It just yipes.
How far away from us? How far away from us did that just happen?
About 60 feet.
Um.
Actually, I'm sorry, 60 feet's way too close. 120 feet.
Okay. Is it still close to the barrier?
It's right at the barrier. It just yiped and then laid down and started licking at its wound.
Oh, it laid down. All right, never mind. I was gonna try to shoot it into the barrier.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking about that too, and I stopped myself. So, well, we just learned two things. One, these potions work. And two, can't go out that way.
Okay. Just before you start moving, you also hear something. You hear this loud clanging coming from down that same street, but it sounds like you can't tell which direction it's coming from. Actually, I suppose you could roll perception to see if you can tell which direction it's coming from.
I will gladly roll perception.
Okay.
Sure. My rolls have
Us
been
elves
so
had
good
big
tonight.
ears to listen with.
14.
14. Did you say 10?
I miss being a halfling.
Yeah.
Me too.
My rolls
Okay.
have been duty.
Well, a 14 is enough that you can tell it sounds like it might be coming from the right. You're pretty sure it might be coming from the same direction you were supposed to be going, but off down the street and off down another one. And
So,
you
like, a
an
different...
adjacent street, yeah.
Okay.
These are very, very narrow compared to the one you're on. This is almost like a main street, and the main street
Gotcha.
goes towards the barrier and then disappears. So this was completely cut off from wherever it used to be. But these small little alleyways you're looking at, you can hear down another alleyway this echoing of clang, 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 clang.
Do I recognize what the clanging might sound like?
You might. In fact, yes, actually, both you and Kaylee both roll history.
Alright. I'll gladly take a history check. I was really good at history. 18
You know
plus
what?
6, so 24.
24? Oh, yeah, definitely.
11.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, for sure. This
Coming through
definitely...
my book.
Not the 11, but definitely the 24 for sure. You hear this, and you're thinking, it's like, oh my god, that couldn't be. That sounds like metal boots. Oh, I hope it's not. I'm sorry. I'm role playing for you. You're getting this image in your head of what this could potentially be. You're thinking this could almost be a fairy. You're remembering something. It could be like a red cap. But why would a red cap be here? And then all of a sudden you hear it. What is that? Is that blood I smell? I love blood. Yes, yes. And all of a sudden you hear this clang, 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 clang. You see this little being with a big red cap flopped off to the side come running out with these big menacing metal iron boots spiked out at every which direction, running directly at the creature. And you just see it, you can see his metal teeth glinting as he's smiling with this massive grin like, blood! Running at this creature and runs up and kicks it. And right as it kicks it, the creature goes into the barrier and everything just disintegrates except for the leg. The back leg, which is much smaller, you notice, than the front legs. just lays there, and the creature goes over. This red cap walks over. It's blood, and he just kind of pours the leg out a little bit, and then takes its hat off, and shows like a bony, very bony, scaly head, and just kind of smears its hat upon the ground where the blood is, and puts it back on. I need to revitalize my hat a little. On to the next one.
Upon
So
I'm sorry. Is that a fiend or a fae?
That's a fae.
Because upon seeing that, I'm pretty sure I would flip out and cast Moonbeam at it.
Oh. How far of a distance can you cast that?
Let's see. 120 feet.
Yep. That's exactly where it would be. Okay.
So, upon seeing that awful act, I would be like, abomination, and just sort of like clap my hands together and point at it, and a silvery beam of pale light shines down in a 5-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder centered on a point that I pointed to, which is the red cap. Dim light fills the cylinder, and it is engulfed in ghostly flames that cause searing pain, and it must make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. What's the
And
A
DC?
shape changer. If it's a shape changer, it makes the check with disadvantage.
I don't believe red caps are shape changers now. So what's the DC on that?
That is 15.
For everyone wondering, a DC is the number that needs to beat.
Yeah.
This is an
So-
appropriate response to a red cap.
So I was gonna say, like, as I see it run up, or I hear the boots, and I go, sounds familiar. Leafing through, find it. Oh, this is a red cap. These things are nasty. They hunt and kill without hesitation or regret. And don't be fooled by their small stature. They are incredibly strong. We should probably be cautious in how we... Oh. And that's when Moonbeam goes.
Boosh! And it failed miserably.
Not.
All right,
Do
2d10.
we have time for this?
2d10.
We don't have time not to kill it, just so you know. And I turn around and look at her when I say that.
She's casting it. We don't have time.
We don't have time
We
not
do
to
have
kill
time.
it. So this is,
Yes, we have
this
time.
is 2
All the time.
radiant damage. Oh, that is max damage. So that would be 20 radiant damage.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Finish him.
Anytime I think of anybody shooting a beam of some sort in D&D, I always think of a Kamehameha.
Yeah. I mean, same.
Oh. So at this moment, this bursting light falls down from the sky, engulfing this thing in flames. Who did that? You!
Now we roll initiative.
Can it see us with the warding?
He
God,
said
that's
the
a rough
warding was
voice.
only protection. He said the warding was only protection from the beast.
Okay.
True.
Oh. Yep, so
You okay,
at this
Bill?
point... oh, I'm good.
Let us roll
That-
initiative.
That's a rough voice, I gotta say. Whew.
Yeah.
Anyway, so definitely roll initiative on everyone.
Alright.
I got
Cue the battle
21.
music. Alright.
Dun, 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 dun.
Ah,
Bless it.
21.
10.
Me too. Stop
Well, of
twinsing
course-
me.
This
That makes
Dice
sense
is
for you,
going
because you'd
away.
be like... That makes sense, because you'd be like, did she just shoot a moonbeam from the sky with her hand?
It's true. I was just processing a red cap. I've heard of that, and I don't remember them being quite that vicious. But
All right, I'm sorry.
and then
Kaylee-
moonbeam.
Kaylee, what did you get?
21.
Okay, Kaylee.
I also got 21. My dex modifier is 3.
-4.
Okay, so she goes first. Which makes sense, because she just...
All right.
Frankenstein.
Christy and D.
7.
You get 10 and 7. Okay.
In this role playing, it totally makes sense because they're both like, did she just shoot
What is going
a beam
on?
from the sky with her hand?
Still stuck on a red cap.
What's the red cap?
What's a red cap?
Red cap is a.
It's a thing
My
you put on your head.
stepmother used to
A
tell me
cap.
about them.
It's red. That's all it is.
No attention to the ear that just fell off.
Oh my god, your ear fell off.
I know.
She's
Sorry,
she's
don't
in
look.
such shock about what's going on.
All right, and then we
Has
have
nothing to do with the actual character I'm playing tonight.
Mary Shelley, elf.
what's your
Halfling.
dexterity, D?
My modifier?
No, your dex.
2.
Okay.
No, your score, not your modifier.
Oh, sorry. That's what I was asking. And he just said
Yeah.
dex. 14.
14. Okay, perfect. Perfect. That's what
we
I
are-
needed. All right.
I'm squishy.
We got limited time, so we're gonna finish up this thing really quick.
Hopefully.
And we need Kaylee. You get to go again.
So I'm going to move 30 feet forward.
Okay. It is
And-
now officially 90 feet from you.
Okay, I'm going to make another little movement with my hands and point at that abomination and say, "You don't belong here," and flames are going to shoot out of my fingers, and I'm going to cast Sacred Flame.
Okay.
Flame-like radiance descends upon a creature that I can see within range, and that range is 60 feet. Oh crap!
Doesn't
I can't
work.
get close enough. Just kidding. Okay. Instead, I will... How far does this one go? Hold on. I think I can cast Guiding Bolt instead.
Yeah.
Maybe I could just shoot it with my crossbow, but...
You could shoot it with your crossbow.
Guiding bolt. Yeah,
It's
guiding
120
bolt's
feet.
240. Yeah, guiding bolt's 240. So
I just killed the dragon with 120 feet guiding bolt the other day.
there you go.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna do that. This one's a ranged spell attack. So instead of
Well, thank you, Rick.
fire, this is radiance. Okay,
Okay. So wait,
So-
what are you casting? I'm sorry.
Guiding Bolt.
Okay. Oh god. At what level?
No, just at regular first
Okay.
level.
Sweet deal.
That is a 15 plus 7 for 22 to hit.
Oh yeah, that definitely hits. Okay.
All right, 4d6 radiant damage.
Oh, just for RP's sake, since we're trying to kind of sneak
15.
around, like before we got in the hill, before we got into the town,
Mm-hmm.
I used an action to snuff out my flame. Just,
Oh, okay, yep.
yeah. Because I figured we were trying to move stealthily even with the warding on us. So.
Okay.
Yeah. That's 13 more radiant damage on him.
13 more. Oh goodness. Oh my god. My robe is catching on everything.
Alright, that's it for me.
Alright. That's
Me.
he's still up and he's still snarling.
I can snarl too.
And Tony, it is your turn.
All right, so I'm gonna say, well, normally I'd say we don't have time for this, but that thing is an abomination of nature, so let's take it out. And I'm going to pull out Silver Branch, the crossbow, and take a shot.
Would you like to describe what the crossbow looks like?
Yes. So, what you guys see is a wooden crossbow almost exclusively made of wood, except for a metal cylinder. Well, there's two metal parts. There's a metal cylinder, which looks to hold the arrows on it, and then a small canister on the front that you're not sure what it does yet. But it's otherwise it's a crossbow made entirely out of oak wood, and it's etched on the handle. I gotta look at the description again. Just an image of a giant oak, image of an oak tree. Don't know why I had to look at my notes for that. Kind of silly. So I will.
And it does. It
aim
has
across
the canister of bolts as well. So
the canister
rotates.
Yeah. So there's a rotating canister, and then a rotating canister with the arrows, and then a smaller one in front of where the arrow shoots out. So I'm gonna pull out the crossbow, take a shot.
Okay.
And I will, at the same time taking the shot, activate the mist, the silver mist that the arrow shoots through.
Perfect.
Alright, so that is 11 plus 6 for 17.
It hits.
Alright. Alright, so then this will be a 1d8 plus 3, so that's 10, and then I'm going to do an extra... Alright, so that's 10, and then I'm going to do an extra d6. So it's 3, so it's a total of 13.
All right. Explain how it dies.
So I'm just assuming that after it's been like blasted and shot, that it's just like kind of like sizzling and snarling. So I just I make the comment about